for the third weekend in a row, we saw massive protests. Since then, there's been calls for the terror threat to be increased. We've had the odd little Christmas event being cancelled. I say little, the largest ice skating event at Kensington Palace has been cancelled because of security fears. Oh, we're not quite in November yet, are we? But they're cancelling things in the run-up to Christmas. You know, why is that, really? There's serious concerns from the Met Police, saying we need more clarity on what is extremism and what's terror. I mean, can I politely suggest that maybe people calling for jihad on the streets of Britain is tantamount to extremism? But, you know, who am I to say? But someone who knows all too much about extremism is Vahid Beheshti, who's a protester, activist and an Iranian dissident. Vahid, thank you very, very much for joining us. I know we tried to get you earlier and we couldn't quite manage to lock you down in terms of connection. You were there, I believe, with another regular on the show, Maya Tusi, who's a political commentator, friend of the channel, at the weekend. And you saw some quite violent clashes in London, didn't you? Could you talk to us about what you saw, please?
It was outrageous this weekend, you know. So they gone so far into that point, which they attacking our police officers just outside our camp, about 20 meters away from our camp here. They hit the police officers with the object, and the police officers, as far as I saw, is gone unconscious. So I don't understand how we allow these people to act like that in the street of London. But I am not surprised by that. Let me again tell you this, because for past 17, 18 years, me and my other human rights activists, we've been warning our leaders about the expansion of extremism here in this country, because we allow the organizations, terrorist organizations like IRGC to be active on our soil. 2 months ago, Jewish Chronicle revealed one conference which has been held in UK, which one of the IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps from Iran, was giving a speech to our youth here in UK and brainwashing our youth. So we have a big problem with extremism, and they cannot accuse me with Islamophobia or with anti-immigration, because I am talking as a Muslim, and I'm talking as someone who's an immigrant. But we have a big problem in this country. We have a big problem with our immigration system. We have to know, if we are going to let people in, we have to know their background. We cannot open our gate just like that here. But we are facing this problem. What we are facing in the street of London and other cities, unfortunately, I have to give this news to your audience. It's going to get worse and worse in next coming week. But
look, Vahid, on that, I am, and this is one of the reasons why I am raising money now, justgiving.com/page/GBNews Poppy, and I suspect this is the reason why we've already exceeded our original target by 314% in 2 hours.
Amazing.
It's because a lot of our viewers and a lot of our listeners are absolutely terrified that we're going to see in a couple of weeks' time a massive issue with protesters on Remembrance Sunday in this country, where it's a day to honour our veterans, it's a day for patriotism, it's a day for remembrance, it's a day for Britain, and Britain around the world as well. And that we're going to see an undercurrent of people who actually wish Britain serious harm. And you seem to be quite fearful that that is coming.
Thank you. Yes. But let me use this opportunity, because in my other interviews, I-24 from Israel, I said that 2 days ago. Today, I'm going to invite our intelligence service from UK, and I said from the other countries, but especially our intelligence service in UK. Please follow the money. See where the money comes from in order to organize this massive protest in last 3 Saturday. We have to know where the money comes from in order to organize this protest. Because if you look at the latest speech of the coordinator of IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, 2 days before this Saturday, and the supreme leader of Iranian regime, Ali Khamenei, they called for this. They said, we're calling all our Muslims allies to hit and target the UK's and USA interests in their soil, in their lands, and other European countries. So we have a big problem of extremism here in this country, which we have to look into it very carefully. Otherwise, it's going to be out of control, which I think we are not far.
Yeah, we're not far off. Vahid, look, thank you very much, and thank you for making the time for us today. And I'll talk to you again soon. It's Vahid Beheshti there. He's a protester, he's an activist, he's an Iranian dissident. Just to summarise, he was witnessing on Saturday some of the clashes between, look, people were saying these are British nationalists against, you know, radicals on the other side. I don't know how you'd bracket it if it's as black and white as that, but extremism breeds extremism. That is what I will say. And we are not clamping down on extremism on the streets in Britain in a way that I think the vast majority of British people would like to see done. And that is going to make extremism on all sides even worse. And we have got now a situation where the cenotaph is being barricaded, where we're going to see, you know, British war heroes, British veterans serving British military personnel walking through the streets in the next couple of weeks, people gearing up for the poppy selling and all of this stuff, and a very, very, very intimidating, hostile atmosphere to that. And I don't like that. And I do not want to have that. And I'm raising money to show that our veterans actually are cared for and are valued, and our British history is cared for and valued.